Hello and welcome. We are live from New Delhi. You're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi urges nation to support Paris Olympics athletes in his monthly radio program Mann Ki Baat. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar is in Japan to attend Quad Foreign Ministerial meet. Unveils bust of Mahatma Gandhi, says solutions don't come on battlefield, no era is of war. Israel hits Hezbollah targets after football pitch attack kills 12 children. Deadly Typhoon Gaemi hits China after flooding Philippines. Taiwan triggers landslide that killed 12 people, forces evacuation in southern China. And in Paris Olympics on day 2, Indian shooter Manu Bhakar to compete in the final of 10-meter air pistol. Boxer Nikhat Zareen also start her campaign on Sunday. All right, news in detail. Now, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi shared his thoughts in his monthly radio program Mann Ki Baat. PM said that at present the Paris Olympics is in spotlight all over the world as it gives our players a chance to hoist the tricolour flag on the world stage and do something for the country.
मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, मन की बात में आपका स्वागत है, अभिनंदन है। इस समय पूरी दुनिया में पेरिस ओलंपिक्स छाया हुआ है। ओलंपिक्स हमारे खिलाड़ियों को विश्व पटल पर तिरंगा लहराने का मौका देता है, देश के लिए कुछ कर गुजरने का मौका देता है। आप भी अपने खिलाड़ियों का उत्साह बढ़ाइए। चीयर फॉर भारत।
And India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar arrived in Japan for a 3-day visit to attend a foreign ministerial meeting of the four-nation grouping Quad comprised of India, US, Japan and Australia. Beginning his visit, the minister unveiled a bust of Mahatma Gandhi in Tokyo. Paying homage to the father of the nation, Dr. Jaishankar said that the solutions don't come on battlefield, no era is of war.
I would say today, at a time when we are seeing so much conflict in the world, so much tension, so much polarization, so much bloodshed, it's very important that Gandhiji's message was that solutions do not come from a battlefield, that no era should be an era of war. And that message applies today as much as it did 80 years ago.
The External Affairs Minister will hold discussions with his counterparts from Australia, Japan and the US on July 29th. The meeting is expected to lay the ground for the Quad Leaders Summit to be held in India later this year. The Quad ministers will also exchange views on developments in the Indo-Pacific region, other regional and international issues and review progress on Quad initiatives and working groups. The last meeting of Quad took place in New York in September 2023. India's Minister of External Affairs Dr. Jaishankar meets Secretary of State of the United States Antony Blinken. On the sidelines of the ministerial meet, India's Minister of External Affairs highlighted the bilateral agenda progressing steadily and also emphasized on the wide-ranging discussion on regional and global issues. Minister Jaishankar also highlighted his eagerness to attending the Quad meet on Monday. All right, let's go across to Read India's Jessica Taneja. She is joining us live from the newsroom. Jessica, Dr. S. Jaishankar in Tokyo and met US Secretary of State Antony Blinken. Both must have discussed a wide range of issues, including regional and global. Tell us the significance of the meet.
Well, right ahead of the Quad foreign ministers meeting in Tokyo, both Anthony Blinken and Dr. Jaishankar met on the sidelines, and this particular meeting comes at a time where India was to host the Quad Leaders Summit, and the decisions, of course, on that would be taken as to when it can be rescheduled. Now, given the busy schedule in America at this point, in November there is an election. The meeting between the leaders, which is an annual security dialogue between India, Australia, US and Japan, was due to meet earlier this year, but due to the engagements earlier in elections in India, it was delayed and postponed, hence the foreign ministers meeting. But of course this gains significance because in the backdrop of conflicts, as you heard the foreign minister from India also point out, that looking at Ukraine as well as the Middle East, the picture does not seem grim, and of course the geoeconomics becoming more and more complex in a world where we live in today. So the Quad foreign ministers meeting is going to look at the various initiatives that the Quad group has taken, various exercises that have been conducted across both the Indian Ocean and the Pacific with the partners. So of course this time there will be a review as to how to work better on those initiatives and what more can be included. The focus of course remains on the free and open Indo-Pacific and all ensuring that all the maritime territories are of course maintained. India on the other hand thwarting attempts of piracy in the Indian Ocean region, and of course helping with various outreach programs as well. And the progress on these initiatives will likely to be taken and see where the Quad grouping can go ahead with ensuring free and open Indo-Pacific, and also making sure that countries abide by the United Nations Convention, the law of the sea, which is very crucial given China's position in the South China Sea. Now, South China Sea is the junction between the Indian and the Pacific Ocean, hence it becomes important, and India an important partner in the Indo-Pacific strategy.
All right, Jessica, everyone looking forward to the Quad will be held tomorrow. Thank you. We'll leave it at that. Thank you for your inputs. Moving on to our next story now, Bharatiya Janata Party's top leadership, including Party President JP Nadda, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, and all Chief Ministers and Deputy Chief Ministers of states ruled by the party, are attending a crucial meeting at the BJP headquarters under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The meeting will also focus on enhancing state-center coordination to improve collaboration between states and the central government. And in the Kashmir Valley, a group of 2 to 3 terrorists taking advantage of bad weather and poor visibility crossed the line of control in Machal sector of Kupwara district in North Kashmir and opened fire on a forward army post from close range. The alert troops responded decisively, resulting in the death of one Pakistani intruder and the recovery of weapons and ammunition. The identification and affiliation of this Pakistani national is being ascertained. During the intense firefight, 2 soldiers sustained severe injuries and were evacuated to the base hospital in Srinagar. One of the soldiers succumbed to his injuries while the other is in stable condition. And the ongoing Amarnath Yatra surpassed last year's record. Over 4.51 lakh pilgrims have so far paid their obeisance at the holy shrine. On Saturday, around 8,000 pilgrims paid obeisance at the cave shrine, while another batch of 1,677 pilgrims left Bhagwati Nagar Yatri Niwas in Jammu for the valley on Sunday. Due to extraordinary security arrangements, the Yatra has been proceeding peacefully and smoothly this year. This year's Yatra will conclude on August 29th, coinciding with Shravan Purnima and Raksha Bandhan festivals. And several parts of India, including Delhi, NCR, Gujarat and Assam, have been experiencing heavy rain for the past few weeks. The India Met Department has issued a yellow alert for Delhi, predicting heavy rains in the coming days. Himachal Pradesh capital Shimla received fresh rainfall on Saturday, with more expected over the next 3 days. The monsoon has been weak in Himachal Pradesh this year, resulting in less rainfall. In Odisha, people of 18 villages in Malkangiri district were cut off from the rest of the state due to a major landslide following heavy rains due to a well-marked low pressure. Large swaths of eastern Rajasthan recorded heavy to very heavy rain, with Chittorgarh recording the highest rainfall at 8 cm during a 24-hour period. And amid heavy showers every day, the India Met Department has issued a yellow alert for the Maharashtra capital Mumbai. An orange alert has been issued for 8 districts of Maharashtra. In a relief to the Mumbaikars, the Met Department has said that the city will be witnessing moderate rainfall in the upcoming days. This comes after the city received over 2000 mm rainfall since the onset of the monsoon. And the Delhi police has registered a criminal case in the flooding incident at a UPSC coaching centre in Old Rajendra Nagar on Saturday, which led to the death of 3 civil service aspirants, including 2 female students. The police said that the 3 students who lost their lives were residents of Kerala, Telangana and UP. The police further asserted that the investigation is underway and so far 2 people have been detained. The incident is said to have occurred after a nearby drain in the area burst, leading to rapid flooding of the basement. According to eyewitness, the basement filled with 10 to 12 feet of water in almost no time, giving students no chance to escape. And the students are holding a protest over their fellow aspirants' deaths, raising slogans against authorities. The tragedy has sparked a political firestorm. The BJP has launched a fierce attack on AAP, blaming the incident on the negligence of the area's legislator. Now let's take a look at other stories making news. With an aim to attract girls towards the horticulture sector, the Udhampur Horticulture Department of Jammu and Kashmir started a skill development program on Saturday. This is a 15-day skill development program for girl students and a new education policy. The event witnessed huge participation of girls from the adjoining areas. Additionally, the Forest Fire Department of Jammu and Kashmir also organized a 2-day training program on forest fire mitigation in Bandipora. The forest officials said that forest employees are better prepared to deal with the challenges related to heat wave and forest fire. The purpose of this training is to spread awareness about forest fires among people. Former Union Minister and ex-Army Chief General V.K. Singh flagged off the Mumbai-Kargil Soldier-a-thon 2024 at military station Kolaba in Maharashtra on Sunday morning in the honour of the soldiers. It is an extraordinary tribute marathon dedicated to the silver jubilee of India's victory over Pakistan in the Kargil war. Uttarakhand's Nainital is famous for its homemade candles. These candles are a huge part of its tourism industry and have remained a choice for souvenirs. The candles remind you of the fragrance and the cool breeze of Nainital and is a great token to take back home. The hill station has other popular specialties also for shopping, ranging from woolens to the brass items. Alright, we'll slip in a very short break, but still to come on this edition of DD India Live. US presidential election campaigning gains momentum. Harris and Trump attack each other's policies. In T20 game, India beat Sri Lanka by 43 runs in Palakele. And Paris Olympic Village setting a new benchmark, redefining sustainability.
This summer, the world turns its eyes to Paris, and DD India brings you every heartbeat, every victory, and every story. Introducing our special coverage of the Paris Olympics. Experience the passion, the drama, and the triumphs. With exclusive reports, expert analysis, and up-to-the-minute updates. Join us as we bring the spirit of the Olympics to your screens.
Get ready for the ultimate sporting extravaganza on DD India.
DD India presents Champions Day Paris. Only on DD India. Every day at 6:30 p.m. IST, 1 p.m. GMT.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Israeli aircraft carried out multiple strikes at Hezbollah terror targets both deep inside Lebanese territory and in southern Lebanon. The attack is in repercussion after Hezbollah launched a rocket on a football ground in the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights, killing 12 people, including children. The Israel military said a rocket fired by the powerful Lebanese militant group Hezbollah fell on the Druze town of the Majd al-Shams, a claim denied by the group. Israeli authorities said all of those killed were between the age of 10 and 20. The incident has raised fears of a major escalation in the long-running conflict along the Israel-Lebanon border. And US Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump told an audience of cryptocurrency enthusiasts that Bitcoin was going to the moon and that he wanted the US to lead the way. Trump addressed a cryptocurrency conference in Nashville on Saturday in an effort to quote crypto enthusiasts ahead of the November elections. He vowed to make the US the crypto capital of the world. During the campaigning, Trump urged people to vote judiciously as his opponent Kamala Harris is against crypto.
Bitcoin is not threatening the dollar. The behavior of the current U.S. government is really threatening the dollar. The problem is that Kamala is worse than Joe. She's worse. And she's against crypto, by the way, and she's against it very big. So I just want to let you know, you got to get out. You got to get out and vote.
In another rally in Minnesota on Saturday, Donald Trump asserted that Democrat presidential candidate Kamala Harris would destroy the country, criticizing her on issues ranging from public safety to immigration.
Harris' presidency means 4 more years of extremism, weakness, failure, chaos, and probably World War III. I really believe it. They have no, that's why this happened today in Israel. Shocking that it happened out of nowhere. A Trump victory will bring back leadership, competence, common sense, and strength to the Oval Office. That's what we had. We had no war.
Meanwhile, US Vice President Kamala Harris cast herself as an underdog in the presidential race against Donald Trump while speaking at a private fundraiser in Pittsfield, Massachusetts on Saturday. She contrasted her background as a prosecutor and said her campaign was about the future, while Trump wanted to return the country to a dark past.
And you may have noticed Donald Trump has been resorting to some wild lies about my record, and some of what he and his running mate are saying, well, it's just plain weird. I mean, that's the box you put that in, right? You may have seen me just pulled out of our debates. Right? I hope he reconsiders. I hope he reconsiders, because we have a lot to talk about.
Now, Japanese Defense Minister Minoru Kihara met visiting South Korean Defense Minister Shin Won-sik and US Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin on Sunday for trilateral talks and to sign a treaty to enhance security ties between the three countries. The meeting marks a new phase in the countries' trilateral relationship amid escalating tensions in the South China Sea. The meeting also comes following a military pact that was recently signed between Russia and North Korea. Japan is stepping back from decades of post-war pacifism prompted by China's growing military might. In 2022, it unveiled a plan to double defense spending to 2% of gross domestic product. Washington also wants to tap Japanese industry to help ease pressure on US defense companies stretched by demand generated by conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East. The massive park fire continued to burn near Forest Ranch in California on Saturday. Thousands of firefighters were battling the rapidly growing wildfire after the blaze more than doubled in size in a 24-hour span. As per the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection, the park fire had burned more than 350,000 acres north of the state capital city of Sacramento as of Saturday afternoon. Storm Gaemi wreaked havoc in mainland China after lashing in Taiwan and the Philippines. More than 150,000 people living in the southeastern Chinese were relocated to safer areas in anticipation of the storm. It comes after widespread flooding and landslides across Taiwan and the Philippines that killing at least 21 people. Emergency flood control and rescue work has been intensified in parts of China battered by heavy rainstorms. As Typhoon Gaemi continues to move further in central China, the authorities have upgraded its emergency response measures. Now, every year on July 28, we celebrate World Nature Conservation Day. This day highlights the importance of conserving natural resources and protecting our environment. DD India's Tapas Bhattacharya has more.
Every year on July 28th, people from across the globe come together to observe World Nature Conservation Day. This day serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of conserving our natural resources and protecting the environment for future generations. World Nature Conservation Day was established to highlight the critical role a healthy environment plays in maintaining the well-being of humanity. It emphasizes the need to preserve our natural resources and ensure the stability and resilience of our ecosystem. Inspired by these values, Prime Minister Narendra Modi introduced Mission Life at the 26th UN Climate Change Conference of the Parties in Glasgow. This public movement aims to mobilize individuals to become pro-planet people, adopting sustainable lifestyles to protect and preserve the environment. Among the other notable initiatives, Prime Minister Modi announced the establishment of a national hydrogen mission and the launch of the International Solar Alliance. These initiatives focus on promoting global energy access and a transition to sustainable energy sources. World Nature Conservation Day is a call to action. It urges individuals, communities and governments to take proactive steps towards sustainable practices that ensures the well-being of our planet. Join us in making a difference. Together we can create a sustainable future for all. With camera person Sumit Naujal, this is Taposh Bhattacharya for DD India from Delhi.
And in a detailed analysis session hosted by the Jain International Trade Organization in Dubai, experts delved into the Indian Budget 2024, India-UAE relations and international trade. The session highlighted the strengthening India-UAE economic ties, and India is a pivotal partner over the next 15 years. The event also shed lights on the recent budget as instrumental in ushering India into Amrit Kal initiative. The authorities emphasized how the Indian budget's focus on youth was another crucial aspect discussed, empowering allocation for youth skill programs to empower India. Sports updates now. We'll start with cricket. India's new T20I captain Suryakumar Yadav shone with a sensational 50 as the Indian side beat Sri Lanka by 43 runs in the first T20I of the three-match series at Pallekele International Cricket Stadium. Suryakumar scored 58 of 26 balls as India posted 213 for 7 in 20 overs. Rishabh Pant also helped the team's cause with a fine knock of 49 of 33 deliveries. In reply, Sri Lanka fought well thanks to Pathum Nissanka, who scored 79 of 48, and Kushal Mendis, who made 45 of 27 balls but faltered towards the end. Riyan Parag took 3 wickets for India, and the next game will be played on Sunday at the same venue. Olympic updates now. Manu Bhakar will be in focus early on day 2 of India's campaign at the 2024 Paris Olympics, as the Indian pistol shooter will be gunning for elusive gold, let alone the first medal for the country at the Games. On Saturday, Bhakar became the first Indian female shooter to reach an Olympic final in an individual event in the last 20 years after she amassed 580 points to finish third in the qualifications. Meanwhile, two-time Olympic medalist PV Sindhu, who was India's flag bearer at the opening ceremony, will kick off her campaign in women's singles, followed by HS Pranoy in men's singles. Indian archers will also be in focus later in the day, with the women's team comprising Ankita Bhagat, Bhajan Kaur and Deepika Kumari aiming for the semi-final spot. Also, Indian paddlers Achanta Sharat Kamal, Manika Batra and Shrija Kula will open their respective singles campaign in table tennis. Also, Nikhat Zareen starts off her round of 32 tie against Maxi Karina Kloetza of Germany, but if she wins, will face stiff competition from two-time world champion Wu Zhu of People's Republic of China, likely in the round of 16. And the Paris Olympic Village is redefining sustainability for the Games. This village, featuring 16,000 cardboard beds, is a significant stride towards eco-friendliness. The revamped menu, with over 60% vegetarian options, helps reduce the event's carbon footprint. This environmentally friendly approach significantly lowers energy usage and reduces the carbon footprint associated with the Games. Paris is setting a new standard for sustainable Olympic villages. Alright, that's all for this edition of DD India Live. But do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS. Scan the QR code on the screen to download now. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. From all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.